Hi everyone, I'm Claire.
And I'm John.
And today we're talking about rough Jamboree. I'm sure for many people around the world, the word Jamboree is really not bringing up the images of joy that it was intended to convey. A Jamboree, I think, is specifically associated with scouting.
I think so.
I know that the Scouts Association, the original Scouts, is an American institution.
Did not know that.
I forget his first name, but Baden-Powell was his name.
Oh my
he was
gosh.
a Christian philanthropist of a kind, and he set up a club for boys, and then later set up the club for girls, the Girl Guides, and the Brownies. And
the children came later, didn't they? The young children.
Little ones,
Yeah. The Brownies, which is a good name. Yeah.
So I'm assuming, as it's American, you're familiar with the Scouts? Were you ever in
I didn't know they were American, and I didn't know that Dave and Buster's, what was his name?
Baden-Powell.
Baden-Powell made it. But I am very familiar with the Scouts, especially with the Girl Scouts who go around and sell some of the most delicious cookies once a year, and you have to stockpile. I remember spending not like half of what was in my bank account, but near it, very low bank account at the time. But I spent, almost $100 on Girl Scout cookies one time.
You're really into the Girl Scout cookies.
Only because they misunderstood me.
Oh.
Yeah. I said I would like 2 boxes of this and then a box of this, but I think they heard 2 boxes of like everything. So they're like, 2 boxes, I'm so happy you did. And I'm like, yes, I've heard a lot about the camps. No, it's big in Britain?
Yes, it's pretty big. I don't know about these days, but it was when I was young. Loads of the boys in my class were in the Cubs when we were young, and we were in the Brownies. And then I did just about graduate into the Girl Guides before quitting, and then I changed hobbies. I became a dancer and started swimming and other things. So
did you get badges?
I did. Yeah, we got a few badges, not many, because I don't know why, but my Brownie group was not very focused on badges. It was more about play and learning this thing that Brown Owl wanted to teach us. That's what the leader's called, Brown Owl. And we'd always do pocket checks. I had to have 10p for the phone and was it a safety pin and a piece of string? And you had to have some things in your pocket.
You had to like MacGyver everything where you went.
Never used any of the things, but there was things you're supposed to have in your pocket. And I remember the lovely uniform.
Yeah.
Yellow and brown.
And like being a part of something, I'm sure is like, it's kind of a point of pride at that time.
Yeah.
I'm a brownie.
Yeah. And I went to Brownie Camp.
Oh gosh.
Can you imagine what that's like?
Did you like it?
In England? No, I did not. It was 5 days long.
Oh,
it
was long for a younger kid.
And I'd never slept in it was like a massive room with loads of just camp beds in it. And I couldn't sleep because, of course, everybody's moving around and snoring or whatever. And so I got no sleep for 5 days. And I hated the food. And, and it rained. And, a lot of the typical British camping problems.
At least the food wasn't moldy.
At least, yes, it was edible. Sorry, I forgot it was my turn. So let's take a look at the issues surrounding this particular Jamboree and why it was so rough. Then we'll come back together and discuss them. See you in part 2.
Rough Jamboree. Korea hosted a major scouting event this year but faced many challenges. At the main campground for the event in Saemangdum, there were problems with inadequate food, lack of privacy and sanitation in bathrooms, and dangerously hot weather. Then, a typhoon showed up, and the site had to be abandoned. Scouts still found ways to explore Korea and have a good time, but there will be serious questions now about why things went so poorly at the campground.